What is going on, everyone? The Dan and Brode Show live from Buffalo Wild Wings. And the Flyers get a big-time W, 6-5 in overtime, after they kind of got a little close there. 5-1 in the third period. You still have optimism that this team has something special, huh?
Well, I have to. The Sixers are a shoo-in for the playoffs. There's nothing else going on. Harper's not going to sign for another month and a half.
We're rounding third base. But listen. This is about the Flyers. You have Ghost going in there, hot start for Ghost, and I'm a let's trade Ghost because he's got high value guy, but he steps in and scores. Speaking of high value, I know we're kind of flip-flopping here, but Chuck Fletcher made a move, and we swapped netminders, Stolars for Cam Talbot. That's it. Does it seem a little vanilla to you?
25-year-old with upside for a babysitter. That's how I keep summing this up. Unless Talbot signs in for a couple years after the season, which apparently he's
going to. He's going to.
If he stays as our backup for a few years and that works out, then sure. But you can't tell me Stolars at 25 years old, the way that he's played this season, isn't worth some sort of draft pick.
Yes.
I just feel like you need to get an asset back.
Yeah,
in a
Talbot
deal like
and a
that.
fourth. Talbot and a fifth. Even just something. This concerns me for the future, not so much just this trade.
Yep.
You need to get something back, and that seems too vanilla. Like you just picked up the phone and say, yeah, let's swap goalies. I get that. I get that you're not going to rock two goalies like Stolars and Carter Hart. I like the veteran presence thing. I get that. Talbot, he's got a under 900 percentage.
It felt like we wanted Talbot more than Edmonton wanted the 25-year-old with upside.
Yes,
and that's usually not how a 25-year-old for a 31-year-old deal works. It's usually the other way around. So
yeah, I get
from that perspective, I'm not exactly... I don't know.
It concerns me. Like, I think of Wayne Simmons, for example, someone who's going to be on the trade block. I'm not crying over this deal. It doesn't make me happy. I'm not crying over it. I'm concerned for the future. Now it's, do we trade Gostisbehere? We're going to get a bag of pucks in return.
Oh, could you imagine his fan base if we get nothing for Ghost? Imagine.
Well, seriously, just keep this in mind. Wayne Simmons is getting traded soon, and hopefully... I'm telling you, what if we just get... You mentioned this. What if we get someone whose contract just expired? Like, what if we actually get nothing in return? This guy seems too vanilla to me. We're spoiled by Elton Brand. We're spoiled by Howie Roseman. And right now...
Clentac.
Until the deal is signed.
Hold on. Wait, Paul, he already went out and got 3 All-Stars this offseason.
Clentac. Yeah, Clentac. But we're spoiled right now. And then we get this, vanilla, sucky guy, I think he works hard in the corner. We get one of those, and I just think I'm a little nervous. That's all. I'm a little nervous. But I said the same thing with Elton Brand. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you an opportunity. Elton gave me that. Right now, a little question mark for Chuck Fletcher. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if we recycle Simmons for another guy that we're just going to be talking about trading for another year, I will lose my mind.
It's all about draft picks, man. I want draft picks. Man, you can get a prospect in return, but don't give me another guy. You look at Minnesota, they're all about the guys, these older players. Like, no.
Well, the biggest rumor on Ghost, within our fan base at least, is comboing him to try and go get Marner, because there's a possibility. I don't see it happening.
Right.
But they may not be able to bring him back, so if you can entice a Gostisbehere package, maybe you could possibly work something out.
Yeah,
imagine if this fan base goes from Ghost package for Marner to what are we doing?
I'll say this, though. We need I hate that we're getting drunk. This is what we do, though. We need a veteran D. Like, I'm cool with trading. I want some type of veteran. It's hard to get, and I get that, but I don't know if we're going to get that with it. So, anyway, the Flyers, let's get back to this game here. 5-1, man. It was 3-1 going into the third period. We net 2 quickies. Nolan Patrick, 3-point night. We get some guys on the board, multi-point nights. And then what the hell happened? It looked like Carter Hart allowed a couple goals that were the first 2 might have been a little soft. You get Giroux getting knocked from behind.
No call. Awful.
And then Gudas gives him some how do you do's, and maybe he throws a little kick in there too. It looked
like he kicked somebody with a blade
motion.
Get a blade on your foot.
Ridiculous. But at the end of the day, the Flyers, Travis Konechny on a wraparound goal, which from the moment it hit the backboard, I caught it first person in the Buffalo Wild Wings.
You did.
Goal. You saw it happen. You saw it. TK gets on the board, and Yeah, it's a nice way to top it off. Of course, this team doesn't give us a heart attack.
Well, we got to go back one little notch here.
Go ahead.
Because I gotta tip my hat a little bit to that deflection goal that tied the game at the end of the third period.
Yeah, that was nasty. It looked like Broads in his prime.
Was it Mata? Get out of here.
Okay.
We're not going there. But I think it was Mata. Disgusting.
Yeah, that was
from
gross.
an angle right at just almost upper nine that bad boy. If we're gonna go to a soccer, we're gonna go to a soccer. A little quick
top
upper
shelf,
nine
where Mama hides the cookies.
Almost bar down there. There we go.
It's more like, where's the type of shelf there, But anyway, if we're giving props out, Travis Konechny's first goal in this game with double screens or just rips a wrister. How do you do right over the glove? That was pretty nasty, too.
He had a good game. He was skating with his hair on fire all the time, too.
The Flyers. Terrible joke. Hair on fire, Flyers. Anyway, what's a Flyers game without some scare there? I mean, just seriously, what a ridiculous way for it all to end. And I'm at the point right now where I think it has been too much to build. There's too much of a hole, in my opinion. You got to jump the Penguins. I know they lost today, but the Penguins, Columbus, Carolina, Buffalo. It's too much. And I love that this team's playing with passion, but I still, to this day, there's a difference to me from what I saw with the Eagles fighting back and then what this team fights back from, because it's consistent of 4 or 5 years in a row now where this is the same thing. Yeah. They start out, they have this funk, and then they have to build themselves out of it, which they do, but I'm sick and tired of the funk they put themselves in. It's too consistent, so I'm not giving them elite praise for this fight back, even though I like it. When you do it every year, it's not as valuable.
Isn't it weird that like an 8 to 10 game win streak almost means nothing because we do this at some point every year?
Every year. It's ridiculous. And you lose 8 in the beginning of the year in a row. It is crazy how the net minding changes everything, though, because this defense went from pee-wee mite hockey, not even realizing how to cover the slot, just doing the most basic fundamental things wrong to you get a goalie and it just changes everything. I mean, we did win a hockey game, though, allowing 5 goals today, which is pretty impressive to do.
Changes the confidence of the entire
Yeah.
Skate with a little more confidence. When you got guys like Andy Mack to think they can hop up on the play like a prime Mike Green every single time the puck's on his stick.
I can't stand him. That was such a great deal.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
For sure.
Worth the value there.
Lock him in. I'll tell you what, though.
I would re-sign him, you think?
No. He's a good guy, though. And I was going to say, Andy Mack's a good guy, though. I've seen him stay late at autograph signings.
Wow.
He says what's up to the kids.
You really know what gets me going, though. You know how I like my players. Good guys.
Listen, franchises value that type of thing. That's why there's an A on his chest. But from a hockey standpoint, can't do it.
Yeah, I
can't do it.
Yeah, of course. If we sign McDonald back to a contract, I'm selling all my Flyers apparel.
Well, was Scott Gordon in New York when Andy Mack was in New York? I know Scott Gordon was with the Islanders. Was he there with Andy Mack?
To be honest,
maybe that's why we had a little bit of a stretch there where Andy Mack wasn't playing his worst hockey. Maybe Scott Gordon brings the best out of
He's back in the lineup
McDonald.
Because we had to trade Christian Folin, our other elite defenseman. So that's what happens when you trade elite defensemen. But what are you going to do? The Flyers, I watch them. They're very entertaining. I love them to death. I feel like it's a little too late, even though there's still some hope, if you will. But, today they grind out a game where they're up 5-1 in the third period. Holy hell. And they go to overtime. We even said, watch, they're not even going to get possession in overtime.
I was nervous that they were not even going to possess the puck in overtime.
Remember in the beginning of the year, but I will say this, in the beginning of the year, these were the type of games where we actually would fall and would lose the extra point. Now they're playing so confidently they have enough to gain those 2, which is all great and dandy, but the damage realistically has been done so far.
Yeah, I got to be honest. When we went up 5-1, I think our food came out. Like right after we went up 5-1. And I didn't think there was any way in the world Carter Hart was giving up 4 goals in a period. But we now know that is a possibility.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that
Learning
goes.
curve.
Learning curve for the old
The
Carter
guy's
Hart.
young, right? 20 years old. Wow, he's so special, though. I really do love his poise in that. That one goal was the first 2 in the third. I thought were iffy. A couple of the other ones, I think one hit. I don't remember if it was Patrick or Konechny who was going out to try and block a shot. I forget who it was. It might not even been either of those, but it ends up deflecting weird and going in on him. That's not his fault. The first 2 were iffy, but after that, I mean, some just good plays and some bad bounces. Really, like that tip-in was beautiful, top shelf. That's no one's fault.
Yeah,
you know, maybe the defenseman for not picking up the forward and picking up his stick. Yeah. I used to get sat for that.
Yeah, or
you know
maybe the ref not even calling a 2-minute on a 5-minute penalty there in the corner on G. That was brutal.
He was down and then gave him a.
Yeah, it wasn't like a simultaneous bang bang play. Like he was on his knees, mouth already on the glass, and just right to the back of the dome nugget. Can't do it. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. Why did they let him do that?
I don't know.
That was some Brody stuff right there.
Yeah, I'm the one who's getting rocked from behind. What are you going to do? Let me know your thoughts down below on this Flyers W. And also let me know the thoughts of Chuck Fletcher, his moves. Does he concern you?
The gum was in the way, man. Not the whole time. Just now. Carry on.
Well, nothing moved, so it had
No, the camera did move because like 30 seconds ago, we had a little vibration action, and now we're back to normal. There we go.
See you later.